Hi, I'm Zaci from 4th grade. Hi, and today we're gonna be reading The Trucker. Am I supposed to?
Sure, go for it, Zaci.
Early one morning, while Wesley was playing quietly in his room, something odd began to happen to his red semi-flat bed rig. That right there. Truck. First it began to rattle and shake. Then it grew, and it grew, and it grew. Time for breakfast, Wesley's mom called from the kitchen, but he didn't hear her. He had work to do. Wesley bobtailed down to the yard. There he found his load all bundled out and ready to go. He hitched up the trailers. Then he carefully looked all over each part of the rig. Brakes, okay. Lights all working. Hoses, no problem. One last thump on each tire to check the pressure. If all went well, he could get to the lumberyard and unload well before dark. The truck roared down the street. When Wesley reached the bus stop, the children were waiting for the school bus. They gave him the trucker's signal. All the truckers know it. Wesley answered them with a long, loud blast on his air horn. The nearby country road was bumpy and bouncy. Trees and flowers and animals whooshed past. The highway was not as much fun. It was flat and straight, and it stretched on and hundreds of miles ahead. Wesley picked up his CB radio for company. "Anyone out there got your ears on?" he asked. The radio was full of static. "Can't talk now," said the voice. "Not with this window wash up ahead." That meant rain was coming. Wesley turned off the highway and looked up at the darkening clouds. The storm was so close you could smell it. A yellow service truck was stuck in a ditch and needed help. It was no trouble pulling the little truck back onto the road. Suddenly the wind blew and the sky blackened. One big raindrop splattered on the windshield, then another and another. Lightning flashed. Lighting. Thunder crashed. The windshield wipers pounded. Thwamp, 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 thwamp. I can't turn this page. Muddy water splashed against the windows. It was hard to see, and now the roads looked unfamiliar. Wesley was lost. What is this one? You radioed. No, okay. And then suddenly, kaboom! A sharp tug on the steering wheel told Wesley he had blown a tire. He pulled over to the side of the road. There was no one around to help. Wesley couldn't fix a big truck like this alone. He radioed for help. He radioed for help. "Bubble trouble," he called into the CB. "Crackle, crackle," was all the radio could say. Then something wonderful happened. The yellow service truck he had helped out of the ditch appeared. When the driver saw that Wesley was in trouble, he pulled over to help him. When the tire was changed, Wesley thanked the driver. The driver let Wesley follow him the rest of the way to the lumberyard. At last, he was there. Smile. That's a big rig. North Fork's Nooksack River. But all the excitement made Wesley very sleepy. He was too sleepy to unload his lumber. His eyelids were heavy. He couldn't stay awake another moment. Better bag out and get some shut-eye, he told the radio. Then he pulled off the road to take a nap. Just as he drifted off into a deep, deep sleep, the truck began to rattle and shake. Uh-oh. Hey, little man, dreaming about trucking again? Wesley rubbed his eyes and looked around. Today was the day he was going to work with Daddy. You fell asleep in your room before we had to leave, so I carried you into the truck, Daddy said. You missed a big thunderstorm and we had a nasty flat tire. Wesley climbed into the front seat and fastened his seatbelt. He could hardly wait to spend the whole day with Daddy on the big rig. They stopped for lunch at the Roadhog's Truck Stop Cafe. Being a trucker can make a guy work up an appetite. Wesley was so hungry he ordered 2 deluxe burgers with fries. And all the way to his lumber yard, he told Daddy about his exciting adventure as a trucker.